All right, traders, it looks like the bulls are in control as we got back above the 400. The only question is, can we close above that 400? Or are we going to keep doing this wiki wick kind of trick move up here? Got to be careful. You guys know what I say. Wicks are tricks. Who knows? I might want some tricks today. But if we get back above that 400, the bulls are going to be singing and the bears might be running. We'll find out. Let's get into the action. At the close, Joel Elconin is back. Smash the like, team. Let's go.
All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Wiki Wicks. What's up with those wicks? Let's talk about it. What's going on in the action?
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, traders and investors. We got a good day going here on Wall Street, Woodward Avenue, whatever you want to call it. We're up 37 and a half handles here at 40.26. Let's call it 38 handles now. Boy, it was quiet this morning, and we talk about unchanged, right? And we had unchanged in session at 88.50, and just one quick dip. Like the Bears made one attempt, and we were red for just like a minute or two. Caught a bid, took out that pre-market high of 4,000. Didn't have anything there, and then how it tacked on 56.75 handles is beyond me here. That just blew away. Like it didn't even blink. When I usually like at a weekly high, it will blink. I mean, it didn't even blink. I don't know if we had any news around that time or not. But pulling back here just a little, exceeded the average trading range, and pulling back here, but still looks like it's going to be a good day. New high for the year, which is another good thing. And all we have to do is close above 00950. That was your 4-day close, and that marks a high close for the year as well. We still have 16, 17 handles of cushion in that. The buck turned things around a little bit. We were red and found support near the low of the move. That's up 7 cents at 101.85. The bonds, that cleared back that 132 again, a little bit of a weak day, down a little over a half a point, 129.28, 30 seconds. Crude traders, I want to alert our crude traders here that we do have a potential couple wicks there, a double top at the 82.60 area, and we've pulled back some, so I'd be on the lookout for the crude if it can't get back above those highs. Gold, red to green again. Up a buck 60, 18 at 29.80. That could be a new closing high for the move too. It looks like, and silver that battled back. We're 60 cents off that intraday low of 22.84 and a half. Still down 46 cents at 23.47 and a half. And Bitcoin. That's up a half a grand. That's $500. That's 22,890.
Right, let's get into the action. Let's take a look at what happened really today. We can go to our leadership to kind of show it, right? Our leadership is mainly technology, right? Let's just go towards the leadership as that's what really led the drive today. Technology overall, the sector, I have about 1.86% up from the open, 2.21% change overall. Big day in technology, led by, of course, Apple, Microsoft, Google, TSM, Nvidia, Meta, and Tesla, like others. Definitely having a really great day. But technology, good day there.
Yeah, we just wanted those things to stop going down, right? Big drag on the market at the end of last year, and these things have been shot out of a cannon. Not sure what have the fundamentals have changed at all on these. We do know for a fact that cutting jobs is a good thing, or at least a good thing for your stock price. So that seems to be sweeping Wall Street. Apple, like a lot of these stocks, actually, Apple is closer to its low for the session. Well, no, it's about $3 off. So you got the 143.32. You backed off. That's your leader. getting back a lot of that break that you had. I mean, all these, these things just all look the same. And you know what this looks like, Mitch? And I know the people say head and shoulders are topping formations, but look at this head and kind of a little bit of head and shoulders on the bottom here. With your head here, your left shoulder, your right shoulder. Of course, all that can change when it comes to earnings. Microsoft, the December beatdown, that continued to live. Remember those analysts ganging up on Microsoft at the beginning of the year, and they did beat it down, but nice rebound. And Microsoft, I know they're getting into Chat GPI or GPU, whatever the heck it is. Google back over triple digits here for the first time since very early December. We'll see how it fares over the next couple sessions. 102.59 would be your next objective on the upside, and we got to 101.38. So some of your big tech, but your big winner is that Nvidia, and there you go,
Yeah.
blasting off 2-day move, big move in Nvidia.
Yeah, it's been a really good move there in Nvidia, and I think one that next time I will not stand in front of. I wanted to get short TSM when first Warren kind of made the mention, and then I was looking at it. The key there was to fill the gap. It did fill the gap, and so I think that next time I need to maybe play the reverse side, play the gap, but then play the rip, and you could see it on that one. Filled the gap and just completely ripped through those levels. We stopped for a little bit there at 82. Now we're at 95.
Yeah.
Warren's position looking great.
Well, you know what the tipping point on this one was? It was actually the earnings. That was
that
before
helped
I
it.
went away, right? And that just a breakaway gap, right? And never came back, but that doubled bottom end at 85. So a good call by Warren. Got a little topsy turvy. 83.50 was a number way back when we were talking about TSM. But now trying to head for triple digits. I will just alert our traders and investors that bases the monthly candles, and you don't see this too often. May and June of last year, monthly high 96.27 and a monthly high at 96.37. Got the 95.73 today, but that looks like your next target on the upside, and then a charge for triple digits. But big move TSM. We might as well cover AMD as easy as 1, 2, 3. Gap and go today. That's having one of its best days in quite some time, up 6 sticks. Micron, good thing it had bad earnings. Micron back in the 60 handle. And I think AVGO, I think that got hit. No, that's back up. What was the one I was trying to think of that what was a chip stock that got hit? I mean, they all got hit.
Micron.
Was it Micron? But I can't think. It will come to me.
Micron's was the one that led the first move, right? It wasn't Nvidia. It was Micron first, right? That one's coming back.
Yeah, it's there you go. Micron, nice move. We got a gap to fill here in Micron. Up to maybe play this up to that 62.42 low. That was the low. Then you gap down, and that was the gap of gaps down because that took you all the way to 44. Did that thing go to 44? No, 48.33 was the low of the move in Micron. Intel for EKS, double.
And until Thursday after the bell.
Oh, okay. Will it do what Intel always does and run into the print and then once it over $30 for the first time?
Overclock.
Yeah.
I think that's what those processors do.
Yeah. First time since December. You snuck your head over $30. Last few times it's been over 30. It hasn't been pretty. 30.26. You pulled back, and then you got back over 30 again, 30.48, and then back over 30 just a couple days ago. Well, 30.38 again. Today, this is the area you got the 30.49 and pulling back. So Intel, let's see. Let's make that let's make 30 support instead of resistance, and we'll see what happens for earnings for Intel.
And I mean, we got to start talking about software names, I think, because those are really getting going. There's a whole lot of different software names that you can be looking at. Of course, when we're talking software, there's software kind of application, and then there's software infrastructure. We're talking more the application side, the growth name type, right? Well, take a look. We talked about it earlier today, the upgrade in Shopify, and it started getting moving there. And you can take a look at different names. I know the Salesforce one didn't move too much with that Elliott Wave, Elliott management. Elliott Wave management. You see, Elliott management, and I know they had a multi-billion-dollar in Salesforce. That didn't move too much, but look at that Shopify. That got moving.
Yeah, shop till you drop. The lone Canadian tech company. Let's see what happened here in relation to the pre-market trading. Let's see here. I was talking about. I remember this one. I did talk about this 4260 area. That was resistance for the morning. I'm gonna move this. Why is this not moving for me? The 4260 area, and oh, come on, get out of there. I'm gonna do this to get rid of it. And then new high for the move. Hasn't been over 44 since early boy. So coming again, early December. You had a high. Ooh, didn't want to do that either. Over 44 bucks, pressing up at the highs of the sessions. Your next daily high comes in at let's see, we'll do it this way. 4506 is your next daily high in Shopify.
All right, let's keep going. Let's take a look at some other stocks that were on the radar today and kept moving. One that didn't get the lift from the cutting of the employees was Spot. So just want to put that on perspective. At least finally, one company that cuts jobs and somehow doesn't just rip off of that. It looks like Spotify is one of those. It did rip in the pre-market. Now is actually closing pretty ugly here as it's starting to cut through the 100.
Yeah, let's take a look. I hit my key a little bit too hard, and there's the spot. Yep, did hit the spot, giving back a lot of those gains. There's one where your pre-market trading really that gave you the best sales of the day. This is turning into a red candle, the wick that I was talking about. But look what the run that this had 2 days prior into it, right? You're in the lower 90s, and then you get over triple digits. And then where was the intraday high? The intraday high came in at, here we go, get my data window back going. Your intraday high came in at 104 even. And look at this. This is where when we were covering it on the show, it got up to that area. It actually got up to 104.36. And you also had no daily highs in there, just that 104, your pre-market high, giving you a good look at the best sale of the day in Spotify.
All right, let's keep going now. One company that did it of course has been helping is the Wayfair. Wow, what a move! Cutting employees, talking about that change, and I mean, essentially from kind of Thursday's low to where we are now, we're up about over 50%.
I said tongue in cheek when they gave that $60 or $62 price target. I said today, and Triple D let out a little bit of a chuckle there, and boy, oh boy, 59. What's your current high? Did you kiss 60? Wow,
We're
you
almost
did.
there.
Yeah, 59.68. Why not, man? Big, big, big move. And the other stock that we talked about, that Triple D used the term sleepy overstock.
Hmm.
Finally got over that quad of highs at the 2160, 2170 area. Got a little bit ahead of itself with that 2259 high. Still up 78 cents on the session. But this is a good day. Looks like it's going to be pretty good volume. So let's see if we get another look. Maybe that old resistance will be new support. Get a look there for a rerun back into the 22 handle.
So it looks like that little pullback that we had in the market last week was a major opportunity, especially if you're looking at some of these growth stocks, right? They have been getting the lift. They continued to push. I want to bring up two particular names now. We'll do Unity and Square, as I saw both of those really take the lift. Growth names, right? Getting the push.
Yes, I got a sticky a sticky enter button here. I think I've been hitting this thing a little bit too hard. Hold on 1 second here.
Breaking the keyboards, man.
Yeah, and this is not good. This is there we go.
That was the internet days.
Yeah. Comcast. I can't blame a broken keyboard on Comcast, Mitch. Come on. I'm
I do it.
I'm almost embarrassed when I say that. The way I got it. It's with your internet connection. But I'm sorry. What stock did you bring up there?
We're on Unity. We're in the Metaverse.
Unity. Big all day in this one. Nice. I don't have anything for you at $35 at all. Pressing up against the highs of the session. Good volume too. 9 million traded on Friday. 13 million. You haven't had a double-digit volume day in this since January 12th, and here you are. So big up day, big volume. Not a bad day on Friday. Took out last week's high with ease. What I think that our investors and traders here should focus on. Let's see if we can get up to 36.20. When this thing moves, that could be by the end of the show. But you had a 36.10 high, then a pullback. A couple days later, you came back to 36.20. And then obviously you had to pull back to 25, your early January low, and back up. So nice round trip here for Unity.
All right, looking at the Tesla Dragon, my man Dennis went on a limb before when you were gone, Joel. He said 150.
He
I
did.
said, man, you're a brave soul. You're a brave soul, Dennis. You're braver than I am. I won't run in front of this train. And it's getting motoring over there. Looks like it got charged up. It's up there towards 145.38 today. Not looking too bad, the Tesla Dragon.
Yeah, let's see here. You had the gap up open and unable to fill the gap on the downside, and boom, took off. I mean, just like the way this thing came down, you gotta, when you're looking at some of these charts, and when something comes back down easy through an area, well, it's not having much of a problem going back through it. What a string of bad days that had in December as investors just puked that out for tax loss purposes. Bottom took a little bit longer to bottom. I remember we were talking about, could this go green for the year? 123.18, I believe, was your closing price for the year, and finally did that last week. Hasn't looked back. No real. Let's see what we got here for daily highs. They still have earnings coming up, though, right? Or did they do them yet?
No, they still got earnings coming up. That could help give them a little lift.
Let's see what we got here on the dailies. I got nothing on the dailies for you folks until 148.47. Spoo's making a comeback here after that 2 o'clock pullback down to the 40.20 area.
Okay. 400 to reach. We're there.
400 and a quarter.
All right.
So, yep. I don't know. This is I know there was a rip on Friday, and that was a good move, and spent some time trying to figure out that. But the old Friday Monday follow through here, folks, has the S&Ps with that 4 in front of it. See if the spider could do the same. That's up 4.5 handles here at 40.42. So trying to rally into the close.
Oil, interesting. I've been really keeping my eye on ExxonMobil to see if we're going to get through the 52-week high. We got close to it today. We pushed up there. I had the line drawn at 58. It kind of went right to that, literally 59, 114.59 on the day. And then it just started rejecting. I was like, hold on. How is it going to do this one? Right at the top, tippity top. Well, there you see it now pulling back down. And I don't like the action that it's closing on as it got there.
Look at the number of highs that has had in the 114 handle. Look at this. Going back to early November, 114.66. And then I'm just not 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, there must be 6, 7. I mean, you say there's no such thing as a triple or a quadruple top. That is just a big area. Big sellers there, and they've been persistent. But backing off here, going into the close. I do just oil is now unchanged. Maybe we have a little change in trend here in oil. A lot of times here you had a little double bottom in December. You got the turn there. Here was a nice little double top spacing out. You had a turn there. Double bottom here. Nice turn here. And let's see what's forming on the upside. I'm a little bit cautious on oil up here at 81.64 unchanged, but we got a good level to look at for the next couple sessions. S&P's perking up here. Small buying balance I see here, 700 million. That's not 637 million. That's not much. Let's look at its brother, CVX. A little bit of a laggard, right? That's not back up at all-time high. And what's Oxy? Anywhere, Warren been doing anything in Oxy? Because this just been quiet. This is still this is much farther from its recent high than these other issues, but nonetheless, still looking pretty good here. Uh, Oxy actually down 38 cents on the session, new high for the recent rebound, but Oxy under a little pressure today. We'll see what happens with that oil tomorrow.
All right, let's talk about earnings that are coming up, of course, after the bell, at least today. Nothing too big on the tape right now. Of course, you guys see there, Logitech will be reporting after the close. They gave us a pre-announcement. We'll see if that can be able to bounce back. Tomorrow, before the open, though, there are some names there that we can call on, right? Johnson & Johnson, Verizon, GE, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon Technologies, Travelers, 3M. There's some names definitely to catch up there. So let's start going through maybe some of those charts, taking a look into it. I will give full disclosure. Finally got out of that GE trade. Don't want to hang out till tomorrow morning. Started seeing it go up. If it would have just kept dropping like a tank today, I probably would have held it through the earnings. But you guys know I got short on this one in the 80s. I don't want to wait till we get back there.
No, nice day for GE. I was looking just to see, with the rotation that's going on, and once again, different charts here. The deer, right? The deer filled that earnings gap. It's pulled back, but the cat, man, the cat
The
is
cat
out the prowl
is out the
again.
hat. They can't get it back in the hat, Joel. They tried. They put it back in, and it pops right back out.
This is a nice setup here, though. I just want to for any of you cat traders out there that are thinking, "Wow, this is it. This is going back to old time highs." You had a break here from 260.50 to 244.30. That makes it easy. That makes them at $16, right? So you add 16 on 44, so it is through the 50%. Is that right? Is that 54? Yeah, 16. So you got 8. You tack on 8 to that two. That takes you back to that 252 area. Now you did exceed that going to 253.68 today. But if this thing's going back to all-time highs here, I'd like to see it, settle, catch a bid, just at least hang out here the couple days and then work its way into this red candle. But deer pulling back more than cat. I did remember. I just wanted to Merck pull back from the high. I remember this because this is before some analyst was like, "Oh, this is the best stock ever that you have to own." It's like my best idea. Well, you just got your best idea stuffed down your throat there at 115. I'm not sure what happened on this day, but 110 is starting to be a focus area here. Last 4 highs are just flanking at 110. Now, today you did get through it going to 110.36, but not a close above it. So, in order to mark it off the ground, got to get back above that 110 and hold it on a closing basis.
We'll see if that Merck can continue. Johnson & Johnson reports tomorrow. Keep your eyes on Johnson & Johnson. Pfizer's been a tough one. That's been getting downgrades too. Johnson & Johnson is Johnson & Johnson's just channel station, right? I mean, that monthly channel looks a little bit pretty good, right? As long as that monthly trend holds on Johnson & Johnson, I'm a fan. But that could pull it back significantly, right? That could pull it back there towards, let's say, 160 area. And then we might see the buy the dippers come in. We'll see what happens.
You know which hasn't caught a bid yet? UNH.
Oh no,
Wow.
that one's broken, man.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think that whole industry looks a little broken. Look at Cigna. Look at those companies. Look at CVS also. Not looking good, right?
Ooh.
Not looking good, right?
Wow.
Joel's face said it all there. We went to that CVS chart. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, those don't look too bad." Oh, CVS. Oh,
Oh
oh yeah.
boy,
That
they
that
did
that right
like
there
that. They
says it
did that
all.
acquisition, right? And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
street just not liking it at all. CVS Kona support, Walgreens Boots Alliance. Why you ever would buy the Boots? I think they actually sold the Boots Alliance, and now they're still
Hmm.
stuck with that dumb name. And they had the greatest ticker symbol, WWAG. Question for Joel: the GDP numbers are coming out Thursday. If it's a good number, do you think institutions will use will use the retail traders that will buy into the news? I don't know I think the GDP is going to be pretty strong.
Yeah,
Mitch. I mean,
it will be. It will be. I think if you look at what the Fed, I think it was the St. Louis Fed that puts out the forward outlook, or it's the Atlanta Fed. Let me get it right. It's the Atlanta Fed, and they were talking about like 4.1. And so, if anything, this is why you're seeing more and more talk of that soft landing, right?
mhm.
Because if GDP can stay strong, the economy can't break, and the Fed can't break this economy, well, then, yeah, you get your soft landing, right? Jobs not going up, GDP staying strong. Well, there you have your path to soft landing. So that's why I ask certain analysts always, is there a path to soft landing? Well, there is. GDP stays strong, the labor markets don't break, and we get inflation back to 2%. If that happens, there's your path, right?
Yeah,
We'll see.
talking about it being a lagging indicator too. I think right now, I mean, what's been moving the markets, and if you want to focus on a number, it's still the CPI is still king. I mean, yeah, we made some
Yeah.
moves off the unemployment numbers, but really it's the CPI that's going to be, that's probably not going to be what until the first or second week in February. So we'll be sitting on. I don't think that obviously I think there is a Fed meeting coming up, but it's the
Uh,
CPI, and it
I'll
wasn't that
give you
great
I'll
last
give you
time.
one. I'll give you one to watch for this week that I think is important too.
Okay,
The 27th we'll get PCE again.
okay, personal. Okay, okay.
So just to kind of keep that in mind, the CPI is all our favorites. The media, the retail, we get driven by CPI. What does the Fed tell us to look at? PCE, right? We'll see what
Mhm.
happens. The report comes on the 27th, right before it, right? Right after some of these earnings reports. The big thing also will be if that GDP and people just start talking about soft landing. Look for that after the GDP numbers come out. Look how the media kind of takes it. We'll see if they talk about soft landing, especially after that GDP number comes out.
Okay. Well, there we are, folks. We're closed here on Wall Street. At
Yep.
least the stocks are closed, and it looks like we're going to get a 40-35 close. The real good news is that's our new closing high for the year by over 20 handles.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a pullback here from that intraday high of 56 to 56.75. But that's really the only thing the Bears really have to lean on is maybe a little bit of a tougher trip going back up again. But that's it for today, folks. Mitch, great to be back with you following the markets. And we will be back with you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys can set your clocks on that. So thanks, Mitch.
Don't
We'll check in with you guys later on.
Don't miss it. Like always, you guys know Dennis will be fired up. I will be fired up. Joel will be there. We'll take a look into the markets. Don't miss us. Like always, appreciate you, Capital Lismo. I like the name. I just got to get it right there. But thank you for that kind of super sticker. Your question was important there on GDP. I think it's something definitely to look at for, but definitely PCE also very important. That comes out on the 27th. Let's not miss those reports. We'll see what happens there. Microsoft tomorrow after the bell. We'll have it here on Benzinga. Tesla Wednesday. We'll have it here on Benzinga. Thursday, Intel right here on Benzinga. If you guys want to see those earnings call I will be definitely tuning into those. I've been learning more and more on these earnings calls, trying to pay attention to certain things to bring it for you guys. Smash the like. We'll see you a little bit later. And I hope that you guys are part of the book club already. We just had our first meeting on Sunday. It went really well. We had multiple traders joining us, getting into the discussion. So I will put out the link if you guys haven't joined so already. I'll see you guys then. Hit the thumbs up. We'll get into some more action a little bit later today. I'm sure you guys will see a little webinar later. We'll keep pushing, like always, right here on Benzinga to try to keep you growing. And of course, tune in tomorrow, pre-market prep, 8 a.m. Eastern. We'll be there. Hell yeah. Hit those likes. That's what I like to see. Let's go.